Nestled amidst the rugged Scottish Highlands, where the landscape is as dramatic as it is serene, Loch Ness is a place of breathtaking beauty and haunting mystery. Its waters stretch for 23 miles, surrounded by rolling hills and ancient forests. This vast, deep freshwater lake holds more than just water. It holds secrets and stories that have captivated people for generations. It holds the hopes and imaginations of those who believe in the existence of the Loch Ness Monster, affectionately known as Nessie. Visitors from around the world come, hoping for a glimpse of the elusive creature. For centuries, whispers of a strange creature lurking beneath the surface have echoed through the glens and valleys, passed down through generations, captivating the world with the possibility of an ancient beast hiding in the murky depths. These tales have sparked countless expeditions and scientific inquiries. The earliest written record of a monster in Loch Ness dates back to the 7th century AD, found in the annals of history. St. Columba, an Irish missionary, is said to have encountered a water beast in the River Ness, which flows from the loch. The river, a lifeline of the region, carries with it the legends and lore of the loch. According to legend, St. Columba banished the creature with a prayer, saving a local man from its clutches and cementing his place in the annals of myth and history. This dramatic encounter has been retold countless times, each version adding to the mystique of the loch. While this tale intertwines the historical with the fantastical, it underscores the enduring power of the Loch Ness Monster myth. Despite this early account, the legend of Nessie remained largely dormant for centuries. It wasn't until the 20th century that sightings began to multiply, turning a local folktale into a global phenomenon. The advent of photography and mass media brought Nessie into the spotlight, with each new sighting fueling the fire of curiosity, turning a local folktale into a global phenomenon. The question remains, is the Loch Ness Monster a real creature? Is the Loch Ness Monster a real creature, an elaborate hoax, or simply a trick of the light and shadows on the water? An elaborate hoax, or simply a trick of the light and shadows on the water? The answer, like the murky depths of the loch itself, is far from clear. Yet the enduring fascination with Nessie speaks to our innate curiosity about the unknown. And the possibility of extraordinary creatures hidden just beyond our sight. Whether Nessie is real or not, the legend continues to inspire wonder and exploration. Before the 20th century, sightings of the Loch Ness Monster were sporadic and often intertwined with local folklore. These early tales were not just simple stories but were deeply rooted in the cultural fabric of the Scottish Highlands. These tales, passed down through generations, often describe the creature as a water horse or kelpie, a mythical being that was both feared and revered by the locals. The kelpie was said to lure people, especially children, to their watery graves. This supernatural shape-shifting entity from Celtic mythology could transform into a beautiful horse or even a human, adding layers of mystery and intrigue to the legend. While these early accounts lack the detailed descriptions of later sightings, they laid the groundwork for the modern Nessie legend. The stories were often vague, but they created an aura of enigma around Loch Ness. One intriguing early account comes from 1888, when a local newspaper published a story about a peculiar commotion in Loch Ness. This report was one of the first to bring the legend into the public eye. The article described a large, dark object moving through the water, leaving a trail of foam in its wake. This sighting was significant because it was documented in print, giving it a semblance of credibility. While the witness couldn't definitively identify the creature, the sighting fueled speculation about a large animal inhabiting the loch. This added to the growing curiosity and fascination with the mysterious waters of Loch Ness. Another notable sighting occurred in 1933, just before the construction of a road alongside the loch. This event marked a turning point in the Nessie legend. This road, now a popular route for Nessie hunters, provided an unobstructed view of the water, leading to a surge in reported sightings. The increased accessibility meant more eyes on the loch and more stories to tell. Among these early witnesses were a local couple who claimed to have seen a massive creature crossing the road in front of their car. Their account was one of the most detailed and dramatic of the time. They described it as resembling a dragon or prehistoric monster, with a long neck and a large hump rising from the water. This description captivated the public imagination and added a new dimension to the Nessie legend. These early sightings, while intriguing, lacked photographic evidence and relied solely on eyewitness accounts. Despite this, the stories spread far and wide, capturing the curiosity of people around the world. However, they began to solidify the image of Nessie in the public imagination, paving the way for the iconic photographs and intense scrutiny that would follow. The legend of the Loch Ness Monster was no longer just a local tale. it had become a global phenomenon. The year 1934 marked a turning point in the history of the Loch Ness Monster. It was a time when the world was still reeling from the Great Depression, and people were eager for stories that could capture their imaginations and offer a sense of wonder. It was the year that the world was introduced to the most iconic piece of evidence for Nessie's existence, the surgeon's photograph. This single image would go on to become one of the most famous and controversial photographs in history. Taken by Robert Kenneth Wilson, a London physician, the photograph depicted a long-necked creature surfacing from the murky waters of Loch Ness. Wilson's reputation as a respected doctor lent credibility to the image, making it even more compelling to the public. The image captivated the public imagination and became synonymous with the legend of Nessie. People were fascinated by the idea that such a creature could exist in the modern world, hidden away in the depths of a Scottish loch. Newspapers worldwide ran the photograph, fueling a frenzy of public interest in the Loch Ness Monster. Headlines screamed of the mysterious creature, and the photograph was reprinted in countless publications. The mysterious creature, once a local legend, became an international sensation. The photograph sparked debates, discussions, and a surge of curiosity that transcended borders. People from around the globe flocked to Loch Ness, hoping to catch a glimpse of the elusive monster for themselves. Tourism in the area boomed, with visitors eager to experience the legend firsthand. However, the surgeon's photograph has been shrouded in controversy since its inception. Questions about its authenticity began to surface almost immediately. Skeptics have long questioned the authenticity of the image, pointing out inconsistencies in the size and shape of the creature and the surrounding waves. Experts analyzed the photograph, debating whether it was a genuine capture or an elaborate hoax. Over the years, several individuals have come forward claiming to have been involved in a hoax using a toy submarine and a sculpted head. These revelations added layers of intrigue and skepticism to the story. Despite the controversy, the surgeon's photograph cemented the image of Nessie as a long-necked, serpentine creature in the public consciousness. The photograph became an enduring symbol of the mystery and allure of the Loch Ness Monster. It remains, to this day, one of the most debated and analyzed pieces of evidence in the history of cryptozoology. The surgeon's photograph continues to inspire fascination, skepticism, and wonder, keeping the legend of Nessie alive for future generations. The enduring fascination with the Loch Ness Monster goes beyond a simple curiosity about unusual creatures. Nessie represents something far more profound, the allure of the unknown, and the possibility of discovering something truly extraordinary in our world. In an age of scientific advancement where much of the natural world has been explored and documented, the idea of a large, unknown creature lurking in the depths of a Scottish loch is both thrilling and tantalizing. Nessie embodies the spirit of exploration and the desire to uncover the hidden wonders that may still exist on our planet. Moreover, the legend of Nessie taps into our primal fascination with monsters and mythical creatures. From ancient legends to modern horror films, monstrous beings have always held a particular power over our imaginations. They represent the unknown, the uncontrollable, and the potential for both wonder and danger. Nessie, often portrayed as a gentle giant rather than a fearsome monster, allows us to explore these primal instincts without necessarily succumbing to terror. She represents the possibility of coexistence with the unknown, a reminder that there may be more to our world than meets the eye. The enduring belief in Nessie, despite the lack of conclusive evidence, speaks to our need for wonder and mystery in a world that often feels increasingly explained and mundane.